What will the future of Minecraft be? Now, to try and figure this out, we have to look in the past, the last couple of updates, to figure this whole thing out and get the best possible answers. Three of the last updates in Minecraft: the Aquatic Update 1.13, the Village and Pillage Update 1.14, and just recently 1.16, the Nether Update, have all had one major thing in common. They upgraded something that already existed. The oceans, villages, and the Nether have all been the game prior to their respective updates. Now, I see this as Minecraft trying to update everything, trying to make it as good as possible before they add anything super new, like a new dimension, a new major boss, or like a new biome area. This means that the most likely choice of the next updates is updating the mountains, and maybe the desert and savanna, 1.17, and of course the cave update for 1.18. First, let's have a look at the biomes update. I'll be focusing on the mountains since this is the only one that's confirmed. So the main update for the biome is bigger and better mountains. So as you can see here, I made this mountain look a little better with snowier snow, of course. And I think that the mountains will just be taller, more pointy, bigger, just huge, gorgeous mountains that you might see sometimes kind of in real life. And the last major thing confirmed for the mountains is goats. Now, I'm not sure where goats are gonna drop, but I assume it's just gonna be leather. I don't think they're gonna add any new meats or anything, and like the llamas, kind of. This may be the only things added in the next update, I'm not sure, but we can hope for the desert and savanna to be updated too. Now, the cave update for 1.18 is extremely possible. It's most likely the next update, the next major update at least. It is even being reviewed by Minecraft on the Minecraft feedback page. It mentions different biomes and unique mobs, which I believe will come in the update, but there are 100 different things Mojo could add. First, let's talk about new biomes or caves. Now, for the different types of biomes, two different blocks in mind, diorite and granite. As you can see here, I made biomes out of the blocks. I expect that more blocks will be added for the biome, but these are the two of the blocks that they will use. The biomes may also have their own mobs, such as goblins or trolls. It would be so cool to have these creatures in the game, possibly having their own society, like the new piglins. This brings me right into my next idea for caves: mini cave dungeons. This could be filled with different types of mobs, but I would love it to be goblins. Finally, the last and almost guaranteed addition to the update is, well, better generation for the caves. Now, what is generation for biomes? It's pretty much the chunks that load in the blocks in a certain way, like what they did for the ocean and nether, and what I did to the mountain earlier in the video. The caves will look a lot better, have different tunnel systems, and cave rooms, as you might say, altogether. These are the things I think and hope will be added to the inevitable cave update. Now that we might have an understanding of the next two updates, what about the next ones after that? Now, this is when it gets pretty hard to tell. If we can go back to feedback, we can see what Minecraft is reviewing and the likeliness of it actually happening. And as you can see, we look here, this is the Minecraft feedback page, and as you can see, there's all the stuff that's been announced, like custom banners on shields, and there's other stuff that's under review, like a new bomb called Cherry Blossom Pro. And I mainly want to look at right this one, that mentions Skylands. Now, this one, I don't think a new dimension will come in 1.19. Because I think if there were to be a new update, it would be, I think a new end update is very possible. Or they would upgrade something else. But I totally see the Dimension Skylands be added in 1.20. As you can see here, it would be like the Nether, but it's like the sky. It would be similar to the concept of what was going to be released in the early stages. So they were planning to release it anyways, and as we can see, they've been looking back on old ideas like the Prime Obsidian. And you would be able to go mining for new ores and making blocks, and you can use those to create new portal, like the Nether portal. Kind of like, something like the Aether, I think. And then it's like a heaven place. So yeah, I think there was something like the Aether. Yeah, Nether has Wither, the End has End Dragon. There could be its own boss. You can make your own special items and stuff. And I think that would be a totally cool idea. That would be amazing. I would love that. And if we look at other biomes and dimensions, you can see that's all this stuff. Ready to have biomes and dimensions. Here's how. Okay. Well, if we go back and we look at some other reviewed, we'll look at a couple more. There's emerald armor and weapons. I think that will just come on some random update. I think they'll add this because I mean we haven't wanted this for a long time. So there are some animals, some foods. It's a lot about dogs. They might like do many updates for dogs and like pets. That would be fun. Monkeys, bears. That would be cool. Larger boats. That'd be fun. And there's all this different stuff. Termites are apparently announced. Yeah, termites are announced. I'm not sure when they're already announced. I could see termites. No, weren't they in the They were in the they were in the desert. So when they're in the desert, termites will come. Shield enchantments. That would be fun. I could probably see them adding shield enchantments. Probably, I say they would add that in the next combat update. And that brings us to the combat update. The final update we're going to be or that's my final theory on it. And that's the update we're going to be looking at and predict when it's going to come out. Now, as you can see, I was just talking about the Skylands dimension that will most likely be added, I think, at 1.20. But what about 1.19? Now, I think this has two possibilities, like I mentioned before, the end update, or possibly the combat update. First, let's have a look at the end update. Now, we've had an end update before in Minecraft. It was a while ago, yeah, and it was mixed. I personally enjoyed it, but a lot of people are expecting another end update. And I could totally see this. Before they release a new dimension, they want to make sure their other two are perfect as best they can be. And I could totally see it happening. Now, what would they add? I have no idea, to be honest. I think more structures, maybe like a certain ore would be in it. I think just more items, personally. Possibly more mobs. I'm not really sure. Probably biomes. New biomes for the end would probably be the main thing. But yeah, now let's look at the combat update. Now, Mojang has done a combat update before, but it was not liked by the community at all. A lot of YouTubers really hated it, and it kind of messed up the game a little. So I could totally see them wanting to remaster it. I'm pretty sure Mojang has also like tweeted about it before, and so I think the main part of it would be like trying to upgrade like the critical hit, how much damage you do, depending on how you're PvPing. I'm not really gonna get into this since I don't know much to do with this, but I do know that they want to add more weapons too, and they will most likely add stuff from Minecraft Dungeons, and there are a lot of weapons in Minecraft Dungeons, so I don't expect them to add all of them. But here are two that I would personally love to see in Minecraft. Okay, now the two weapons I'm thinking of are daggers and scythes. Now, both of these weapons seem like they're being great in Minecraft. They would add a lot of character to them. They would have more weapon choices, like, because for just one up PvPing without bows, no range, there's just, I guess, axes, swords, and I wouldn't count the trident, but like, a trident is an example of why I think they would add daggers and scythe. They're looking for new, more unique weapons, and like the trident is very unique. I think that the scythe and dagger would have their own unique skills and benefits. But we'll just have to wait and see, pretty much. We can only predict about the PvP update, and we'll try to wait. Now that we looked at the 5 major possibilities of the next 5 updates, what are the rankings? Now, I think as 1.17, the mountains update, possibly other biomes, I'm not sure, but the mountains, number 1. 1.18, the caves, of course. Now, the last place when it gets kind of tough, I think 1.19 will be the combat update, 1.20 will be the end update, and then 1.21 will be the sky dimension update. Yeah, okay. And I think that's a pretty good list. I can pretty much guarantee the first 2. Watch me be wrong on that, but I can pretty much guarantee it. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this. If you guys want another part, please like and subscribe, and comment down below your predictions of what the next major update shall be. And if you like and subscribe, I'll do a part 2, and I'll see you next time. Adios!